How are you guys? Good. My name's Tina Miser. I'm one of the health coaches for Area 5. So I've been with Logansport Hospital for about 4 years now. I have a couple jokes. Okay. Why did the tomato blush?
He was red in the face.
Well, that's good. Not the right answer. Because he saw the salad dressing. All right, that's a good one. I've screwed this up once already today. What is green and goes to summer camp? A Brussels scout.
Oh. We need you to come up.
Okay, so do I have a volunteer right out of the gate? Somebody want to tell me what they ate yesterday? Veggies. You don't have to disclose everything.
Me.
Go ahead.
Broccoli and cauliflower.
You had broccoli and cauliflower. How much broccoli and cauliflower do you think you ate yesterday? Cups.
I bet at least 2.
At least 2
What was on
cups.
it? Ask her what was on it.
She said doesn't count.
She already disclosed that. Okay, so 2 cups. Anybody beat Vicky?
I could be here right now. Like with the
Oh, yeah.
I get 2 points today.
2 more. Anybody eat more than 2 cups of veggies yesterday?
Go specific.
No? Go ahead.
Zucchini and broccoli.
Zucchini and broccoli. Was that all in one sitting? No? Like throughout the day?
Yeah, like twice.
Okay. How many cups do you think you ate?
A couple each.
So almost 4 cups. Awesome. Okay.
Our table wins again.
This is an extremely competitive environment. Okay. Does anybody, like, when they woke up this morning, were they like, how am I going to get my veggies in today? Oh. So nobody like woke up with a plan of how they're going to get their vegetables in today? Did anybody eat vegetables for breakfast this week? You did? What'd you have?
We had omelets today, so I had
Some,
onion and green peppers.
okay. Like half a cup, quarter cup?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Tablespoon.
Okay.
Tablespoon, probably.
So you're not alone. 9% of Americans actually get their vegetable intake on a daily basis. So that's pretty bad, right? So you're not alone. Does anybody know how many veggies they're supposed to eat a day?
That's sake.
2.5 to 4 cups.
Somebody's cheating. It kind of depends. I've got a little chart here. Not to stress out about it or anything, but if you are aiming for 2 to 4 cups a day, it's good. The more active you are, the more vegetables you obviously want to be eating, so keep that in mind. Yeah, so only 9% of us are getting that. So why salad in a jar? See my little salad. This is my little demo salad. Because none of us are getting the amount of vegetables we need in a given day. So what we've discovered when we first started to do this presentation was, okay, well, one of us at the office had to volunteer to like actually do a salad in the jar because none of us had ever done it. So I went out and I bought the jars and I started doing it for my family. So we made this big smorgasbord and we lined up all the different types of vegetables and beans, and I even had quinoa in there. And then we just went down the line, like a little assembly line, and each person made their own little salad and we just stacked them in the fridge. Well, guess what? Now they're there, like they're already made. So it's not like you're gonna, wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I gotta make my salad this morning and I'm gonna chop this up and I'm gonna add this. It's just there. I just reached in and I grabbed it. And this was a daily habit for weeks on end because it was so simple, so easy. So this is our helpful attempt to try to ease getting your vegetables in for the day, okay? What do vegetables do for you. Why? Why do we even care about vegetables?
Antioxidant.
Yes.
Iron.
What are antioxidants?
I don't know, it's good stuff for you. It fights a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So fighting like those free radicals that just at any given moment in our body, we have precancerous and cancerous cells floating around. So vegetables are super high in phytochemicals and antioxidants that combat that. So that's, in my opinion, personally, that's number one reason why we want to do this, is because this is going to give us our best shot, okay? Phytochemicals, those are chemical compounds found in plants. So we want to think about those like they boost your immune system. So how many of you had the flu this season already? Yeah, fun stuff, right? So boosting the immune system. Before what we eat and drink even has a chance to turn to cancer, phytochemicals will help block that from happening. Okay. Repairs DNA damage. And it's a hormone regulator too. So that's always a good thing. We don't need crazy hormones around here.
I would not have that.
You have not had that effect. Maybe it's all that cheese on there.
Maybe it is.
Okay, so this video is also going to be available for your coworkers who weren't able to make it today. So I'm going to have a question for those people. Don't tell them the answer because they have to watch the video to get credit. So question number 1, phytochemicals that we get from vegetables, are those good or is that something we're supposed to wash off? Okay, don't tell them the answer when you get back. Alrighty. So what else besides, you said iron, you said antioxidants, what else do vegetables do for us? Fiber, that's actually next on my list, yay! Good job, bonus points for you. It makes you poop. Like, if you can poop every day, you're gonna feel better, right? Just be honest about it. I'm a nurse, so we talk about poop a lot, sorry. Okay, so super good. The fiber actually helps with your colon health. So colon cancer, if that's a concern in your family, your diet should be high in fiber. And what am I going to say? Not Metamucil or Citracel or FiberCon, okay? Those fiber supplements don't do the same, okay? So that's question number 2 for people watching. Do fiber supplements do the same or not? So they kind of do provide roughage, but you're not getting the minerals, the fibers, the vitamins. It's just not the same, okay? So if you're going to spend your money, don't spend it on Metamucil, spend it on like tomatoes, okay? Lowers your risk of developing hemorrhoids, a nice high fiber diet. So cholesterol levels can be lowered with an increase of fiber, okay? Fiber inside your system binds with cholesterol and takes it out of your body. So that's another reason why a high fiber diet is good. Helping control blood sugar levels. So people with diabetes or that risk for pre-diabetes, after you eat something, your body breaks it down to glucose, your glucose levels spike, and then they kind of crash back down again. If you're eating something that's nice and high in fiber, instead of that blood sugar level taking off and spiking, it kind of just remains nice and steady. So it takes longer for the food to digest. It takes longer for your blood sugar levels to just hang out all day long, okay? What else? Weight. So if you're eating a diet that's really high in not just vegetables, but fruits and whole grains, okay? All of these things are really low in calories. So you can get extremely full by eating the low-calorie foods. And then the bonus is that you're not going to gain weight because you're not overeating your calories. Especially you guys now with your little step trackers. Boy, you guys are going to be losing weight like champs, right? It's awesome. So before we move on to the actual making of the salad, I wanted to just kind of show you what the whole, what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this is so low in calories. Like I think it's one thing to hear it, but I'm gonna, a little visual here. So let me pull this guy out. So this is a quart. Your stomach is roughly a quart as well, okay? Yeah. So that's about the amount of food that your stomach can hold. So when you go to eat, you have to actually get this filled up to a certain level before your mind clicks off and says, okay, I'm full, okay? Some of us like really top it off, right? So if you are eating a granola bar, okay? Imagine you've eaten it, you kind of crumbled it up in your mouth a little bit. Now it's hanging out here in this stomach, and it's not full. Like, you're not going to be full. You're going to be hungry later. And I don't know how many calories are in your granola bars, depending on how much chocolate and peanut butter is in there. It could be pretty high in calories, okay? So here are some common foods. Okay, this is olive oil. This is 4 tablespoons of olive oil. It's dripping. This is about 500 calories. So Mediterranean diet, it's so good for you. Yes, but it's not about the amount of olive oil that they're eating. It's about like the healthy vegetables and the white fish and the community that they have when they sit down and eat that meal together. Yes, olive oil is part of the diet, but they're not like drizzling that on in massive amounts. So imagine that inside of that jar, like you're not full, right? Not that you would just eat that. But you could have that on your food, on your salad dressing, and then on your chicken. Like you could end up with quite a bit of calories just in oil, right? So this is extremely calorie dense, but not that rich in nutrients. Okay. Here we go. Cheese. 11 slices, 495 calories. So again, this is one of those foods that is, it's not good, it's not bad, but the amount that you eat is going to affect. So last time I did my salad in the jar demo, I didn't have any cheese on my salad. That was a big deal for people. They were like, oh, I can't have salad without cheese. Well, I purposely didn't put it in there just to say, like, if I'm trying to lose weight, the one thing I'm going to leave off my salad is cheese, because I'm not getting enough bang for my buck here, okay? It's a lot of calories and not that many nutrients. It's not that vast of a nutrient layout. Okay, does anybody want cheese after this? I don't know what to do with all this cheese. Okay, you can put it on your Brussels sprouts. Okay, everybody's favorite chip. 40 chips, 375 calories. So imagine that in this jar, because you chewed it before it went in here, right? Let's not do that, but imagine that in that jar, you're not full, but you just put 375 calories into your body. So, you know, thinking about calorie density, you guys can take those.
I just acted like it.
You got those? Okay.
They're not gonna bite you.
Last but not least, you guys are going to fight for these, aren't you? 4 Reese's peanut butter cups. These guys are 464 calories right here. So good, but again, like it's a trade-off, right? Like how often are we eating this stuff? Okay. You're supposed to be the shining example. Okay, so let's go through how to make a salad in a jar. Now that I've lectured you enough, right? I'm going to pass out these little pamphlets. I need 2 volunteers, though, to come up and actually make the salad in a jar. Who wants to make one? Okay, come on up. Another willing volunteer?
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Somebody else has to volunteer. I've got enough salad.
Forward, I'll do it.
Thanks. Okay, so could one of you guys pass these out, please, por favor? Making you work for your points. Okay. So, they're going to pass out the little pamphlets here. When you turn to the second page, it has the diagram that we're going to refer to for the actual making of the salad. The trick is all in the layering. So what's somebody's like number one concern about making a salad in the jar?
Nasty lettuce.
Yeah, right? The lettuce is going to be nasty, right? No, it's not. Promise you. Okay? Because of the way it's layered, the lettuce, which you can see here is at the top, it's not touching the liquid at the bottom. Okay? And then you've got it sealed super tight. And actually, when I first started doing this, I forgot to buy lids. So I used saran wrap and a hair tie. And that worked. So the layering will prevent that lettuce from getting moist and turning icky. Okay? So the very first step of the salad, ladies, I only have 2 dressings. I hope you like one or the other.
Okay.
Okay? You can use the same dressing as her. That's fine. Or none. So come over here. Most important part is that salad dressing, okay? So if you got a little watch out box here, a bad choice of dressing can derail all your plans to keep your salad low calorie. So you can see some of these typical choices of dressings and how many calories and how many fat grams they contain. There's a trash can right here.
I made it cold.
So if you like that higher calorie dressing, you might want to try to either cut back or maybe mix it, dilute it out with water. There's tons of recipes on Pinterest for no oil salad dressings, so you can kind of experiment with those. And you can make your own then. You save a ton of calories on the salad dressing. Yes, ma'am.
How many in advance can you make so that it doesn't turn nasty?
This is going to last me 4 to 5 days. So I make them all on Sunday. I got them all week long. Okay. So go ahead and you're going to squirt like roughly 2 tablespoons. I have an actual tablespoon measure if you feel like you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It says 2 to 4 on the handout.
It's just got a little olive oil in it, but it's...
There, I think I'm good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Do I want one of these?
So that's only a tablespoon, yeah. So you could, if you're feeling frisky, you can add a little more.
Elaine, you're Italian. Because you want
Okay.
Okay.
not even on here.
What? So I think yours is fat-free Italian, right? What's this?
Doesn't matter.
You're a superstar. How many? What's the serving size? How many calories? How many?
2 tablespoons.
How many calories?
15.
So yeah, you guys want to use gloves and dig in? It doesn't matter to me. It's you two, so. Okay, so next layer. Everything is washed. Washed with love for you ladies.
It's only 50 calories.
Lay that stuff on there. So the next layer, okay, you see here, this is the hard veggies is what they call. So I love like the tomatoes because I feel like they give me a little height to distance my rest of my veggies from the dressing. So tomatoes, I put down, they call it a soft veggie, whatever. Carrots, bell peppers, celery, cucumbers, broccoli, cauliflower. All of that stuff would be considered like a hard. So just think about it like it's probably not going to absorb the oil as much as like some of the other vegetables. So I'm going to just start bringing out and you guys can layer as you want. So we got tomatoes there.
How many do we put in?
Yeah, does it
However you
say-
want,
oh, it doesn't
however much
say.
you want. Okay, we got yellow, green pepper, or peppers. It considers cucumber a hard veggie. Again, I don't know about that, but. We'll talk about cost in a little bit. So I was a little double booked last night. So I didn't cut my carrots, I just bought these suckers. But we'll talk about how you can save money by not doing what I did. Okay.
The time is more valuable sometimes.
Yeah, last night I was like, I'm over it. So yeah, carrots are a hard veggie. Thinking about things that like might taste good pickled, you know, like a cucumber, if it soaks in that salad dressing for a little bit, it's probably going to taste pretty good. Okay, I am on a sugar snap pea kick right now.
Oh, yum. Just
So-
a bag in mine.
Okay. So I love these. These are a nice hard veggie that makes a nice barrier layer between the dressing and the rest of the stuff. So I didn't cut them, but you guys can snap them in half or whatever you want to do.
AKA snap pea.
You're gonna have to pick a lot of them. These are like the best.
Yeah.
I don't want snap. I want the whole wafer.
That's Elaine's favorite word, snap.
So then we would move on, like they consider tomatoes. I think maybe they're talking about tomatoes that are cut up because then they would be exposed. Tomatoes that are chopped up would be considered a soft veggie because they're going to absorb the dressing more versus like cherry tomatoes are hard. So then we would have like cut up tomatoes, onions. I didn't include onions. Thank you to your coworkers, right? Corn, avocado. So speaking of avocado, because it's like my favorite food, hard-boiled eggs, any meat or avocados, only if you're going to eat the salad like that day. Okay, those guys are going to have to be separate and added on into later. They just don't fare well in the jar. Okay, that's on the front page, in case you forgot. Okie dokie. So, chickpeas? Do you guys want to add? Do you want to add chickpeas? Have you ever had a chickpea? I have
Not voluntarily.
I have a spoon. So mixed in with everything else, it's fine.
Oh, no.
I'll take one for the team.
Swallow that. One of my favorite things, what I shared before the presentation. No, I'm just kidding. One of my favorite salads to make is the black bean and corn. And then they sell the little tortilla strips, and I put those on the top. Like that makes it like a little Southwestern salad.
Nope. It's better that
It's
way.
you didn't put enough in. Look at how many I've got in mine.
That's your dilemma.
I love chickpeas.
That is definitely acquired taste.
So then if you're making the salad for that day, then you would put in here, after all the veggies, you're putting in the cheese, the meat, any beans, eggs, that sort of layer. That's they call it the protein layer, okay? And then the very top is the lettuce, okay? So I've got two different types of lettuce for you ladies.
Well, that one.
Baby spring mix or just straight up iceberg, your choice.
Elaine just goes dump a jar into the box.
Okay. Any questions as we're going along?
Why is meat a problem? Like if you use chicken or?
It's just, it's not a problem, like just a flat out, it's not a problem. But it's not going to keep this as fresh because as the meat is hanging out in the fridge, it's, I don't know, sure, deteriorating. I was going to say like a grosser word, and I didn't want to say that. I was like, it's rotting flesh. I'm sorry. Yeah, so all of that kind of stuff, it's just, it goes bad at a faster rate. So it just doesn't mix well with this. So this is sealed, right? And it's sharing its airspace. So it just makes things go bad faster. Okay.
Yes, you really should push as you go.
Right, so by the time you're getting all those vegetables in, there's not a lot of room left for the actual lettuce, which is kind of reverse of when you get a salad at a restaurant, right? Like it's a ton of lettuce and like one nasty tomato that's not even red. Okay, so then I didn't know if you girls wanted to add those on there. Doesn't it look fun? I found these at Walmart. Glazed walnuts and berries with dried sweetened cranberries and blueberries. How fun is that?
Can you put that on there, or that's when they get?
Yeah, no, you can put that on there now. Okay.
So you put that on top of the lettuce.
Yep.
That layer.
I know they don't have the fun layer. The salad confetti. I would maybe be tempted to add that like down in the dressing room. A dressing room.
Down here closer.
You're good.
Yeah. You guys, it's been a long week. Okay, it's only Wednesday, right? Okay, so then you want to make sure you seal your guy nice and tight. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just trying to figure out how to cram those chips in Maisie Cup.
My God. And thank you so much for volunteering. You ladies are lovely. Here, would you like one to go?
Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much.
I want the salad too.
Oh yeah, no, you're taking the salad. It's yours. Yeah, you made it. So all these variations are just kind of friendly suggestions. You will inundate yourself if you start Googling salad in a jar on Pinterest, okay? I just tried to pick out some healthy ones here, okay? On the very back page, it's just that friendly reminder about salad equals fiber, fiber equals health. This is one thing we didn't talk about when we were listing all the benefits of vegetables, and we had a ton of benefits. This new gut-brain connection, okay? So they've discovered, I love how they use that word, discovered what's called the microbiome, okay? The microbiome is a layer of bacteria that's just naturally occurring in our system. And what they found is they didn't even really knew that it existed until the late 1990s, okay? Now it's like all the research is being done in this area. So it's on your skin, but the one I'm talking about is the one in your intestinal tract. So this microbiome, it's just genetic material. You can actually change your genetic microbiome by what you eat. So if you're eating crap, your microbiome is going to change. And if they would do a study, it's going to like actually not be healthy. So aiding with your digestion, aiding with your immune system, protecting against your disease. Your microbiome actually creates its own vitamins, certain B vitamins, thiamine, vitamin K. You guys convinced yet to eat more veggies? Okay. Okay, so let's talk super quick, sorry, I'm a minute over, about concerns about price, because that's like the number one thing I hear is like, oh, it's so expensive to eat healthy, right? So it's a matter of how much elbow grease are you willing to put into it, okay? So this bag of lettuce I chopped last night, it's half a head of lettuce. Here's the other half, I didn't even bother chopping it. So a whole head of lettuce was $1.38. Okay, so we got 2 salads made. This is probably enough to do at least 3 or 4. So we've got a lot of lettuce for salads. I recognize it's iceberg and it's not ideal, but it's still a vegetable, okay? So that's a whole lot of lettuce for $1.38. Now versus if I would have been, I couldn't justify it though, 8 ounces of the pre-shredded lettuce, $1.67. So 30 cents more for 8 ounces. So think about that, okay? My matchstick carrots, which I like because I don't like to chop carrots, but 8 ounces of matchstick carrots, $1.98. If I wasn't so double booked and overextended, I could have bought 2 pounds of carrots for $1.74. So see, like it will go a long way. What's the other one that I was blown away by? Oh, spinach. So you can buy a whole bunch of spinach just hanging out there for $1.28 versus 5 ounces of organic spinach for $2.98. So, you know, if you're buying in bulk, buying in season, the price comes down, okay? Any questions?
And a Big Mac meal, $7.90.
There you go.
Does that include fries?
Yes, Big Mac fries, large Coke, yeah. Right, it's a week's full of salad.
So question number 3 for those watching later is, what kind of foods should you leave out of the jar if you're not eating salad that day?
Eggs, meat, cheese.
That's fine. Okay, so number 1 is, are phytochemicals good for you or should you wash them off? Do fiber supplements do the same as whole foods? And what kind of foods should you leave out of the jar if you're not eating salad that day? And you have to email those to Deborah at healthandwellness@logansportmemorial.org. The longest email address ever. Okay. If you're watching this video later. You all, make sure you signed in, you get your point, okay?
And I got a salad.
And she got a salad too.
And we're not left yet.
Yeah. Any questions?
Thanks.
Yes.
If you make, like the girls that just made theirs,
Mm-hmm.
how many servings would you say is that one salad?
This one salad, how many servings of veggies?
Yes.
Probably 3.
4 cups.
It's quart.
Yeah.
4 cups and quart.
I mean, it's not like,
Smash down.
yeah. I've got a little room there.
If it's a soft, like a leafy, it's 2 for 1.
Yep.
Is your exchange rate.
Yep.
But like the hard stuff's 1 for 1. So.
He's right. Bonus points. When you go to eat your salad, just unscrew the lid, put your plate like that, and flip it upside down, and then shake it out. You don't eat the salad in the jar like I had a lady try to do. She just shook it all up and then tried to stick her fork in and eat it. I was like, or we could use a plate. So cute. Yeah. Okay.
That's very interesting.
So,
And I
I really do.
yeah.
Get yourself in the room.
The lettuce didn't turn brown.
Well, like she said, that, you know.
Okay, are you guys gonna fight each other for these? Do I need to set it down and then race out of here? Seriously, you guys can have the Pringles and the Reese's peanut butter cups.